Now, will the CFA Franc, the currency of 6 independent states in Central Africa, be devalued? This question is one that has spilled many rumors. At the Chadian capital in N'Djamena last week, the rumors hovered an extraordinary summit of heads of states of the Central African Economic and Monetary Community, CEMAC. At the end of the meeting, there was no announcement made as to the common currency, yet the rumors have prevailed. So what is it about the CFA Franc, and why is there so much talk about an impending devaluation, Barbara?
This was the question Abbas Mohamed Toli, governor of the Central Bank of Central African States, was asked by our correspondent in Yaoundé. He asked him if the rumors about the devaluation of the CFA francs are true. There is no reason in terms of economic fundamentals why we should risk that. It also reminds you that the strategy that had been adopted here in Yaoundé included 28 concrete measures.
Comprenait de façon concrète 21 mesures, dont la première était selon la volonté.
So the first was, according to the will of the highest authorities in the community, to avoid a monetary adjustment in the economic situation that was ours and that is still today essentially the same thing.
Était le nôtre et qui est toujours aujourd'hui reste sensiblement la même chose. Le pays, depuis en était arrivé, il y a eu beaucoup de choses qui se sont faites.
A lot has been done.
Nous avons 4 pays qui sont en programme économique financier.
We have 4 countries that are on a financial economic program and 1 country that has a reference program that has already validated a review, and the next review that will pave the way for a financial program will be held in the coming weeks, and another country is in negotiation to conclude the program. All the countries in the community have adjusted to the budget plan. There's been a lot of reforms at both the state and institutional levels. The central bank has completely reviewed its entire monetary policy, the operational framework of its monetary policy. We are already seeing the effects of this today. We have found that since its reforms, there has been more than 1,300% increase in money market activity. And many reforms have been undertaken in the CEMAC countries to turn their economies around. But despite this, rumors of devaluation still persist. This is what he said about that.
Déjà, je ne comprends pas vraiment toute cette sensation autour de la question d'évaluation.
Already, I do not understand all this feeling around the issue of devaluation. In some countries that manage their own currencies and in other nations, devaluation is a daily occurrence. It happens all the time. We are decreasing for reasons of competitiveness. We see this in the major economies where there are debates about the currency war. You've all heard that, and other countries are choosing to reduce the level of the exchange rates to boost their exports. So the debate today, and what is more interesting for us, is not that either, because I'm saying devaluation is not a topical issue, but it's how to diversify the economic basis, how to create more jobs, how countries manage to optimize the mobilization of domestic revenues, because in other countries 40% of production is taxed when we are at 12 or 15%. And the youngest among you may not remember it, but in 1994 the CFA franc was devalued. And today the economies of the franc zone may be in trouble as they were in 1994. And this could perhaps lead to a devaluation of the currency. Listen to the governor's response.
Quand on avait dévalué pour la première fois, nous avions un niveau de réserve qui était de moins de 3%.
If you compare, as I said last year, the two situations when we first devalued, we have a level of reserves that was minus 13% of the coverage rate. Today we are around 60%. The public debts of the states at the time were more than 100% of GDP. The CEMAC average today is 45%. The current account deficit level was over 11% at that time. Today we are at 3%. At the time we were at minus 1% in terms of growth. It was recession. We expect growth of 3.7%, and we see a recovery in the raw materials that our countries export. There are also ambitious economic diversification programs. all this will have positive induced effects on growth levels. So if we stick to the facts, to the statistics, we do not see the reasons, the basis of all this noise and all these rumors of speculation around devaluation, because there is simply no absolute reason to think today that this will be the case.
Autour d'une dévaluation, parce que tout simplement, il n'y a pas absolument de raison aujourd'hui de penser que c'est ça.